lovely afternoon for many of you here. I'm going live a lot later than I have been so far on this 11-day nature walk with me challenge, where I share angel messages with you. Wow, what kind of bird is that? That's a message. Honestly, I think that might have been one of those Caracara eagles. I've been wanting to see one ever since I did back in September. I have a video on that. I'm gonna have to zoom in on that later and ask my friend Noelle, who knows all about birds. So we share angel messages on these nature walks, and yesterday I decided to bring some cards with me. I always say a prayer protection that these messages be for you anytime you come across them. So if you're here live now or later, watching this a year from now, if you felt called, ooh, look at that one. I'm sorry, I will be a little quieter next time. That was a big message there too. So we've just had two amazing, unique birds fly by. Good morning, Sparkle and Grit. Good morning, Angie. Or afternoon. It is later. I decided to take it super slow this morning. I was journaling a lot. I was making some plans for the week. Been doing a little bit of online shopping. I've been in the market for a long time for a new set of table and chairs, and I just can't seem to make the commitment yet. So I guess I haven't found the right one. But that's a good one. I call on Archangel Jophiel for that kind of stuff too. And I do hear a jet going above, although I don't see it. Can you hear the water in the background too? I love it when we can hear that. So just to give a little bit of a different view, we'll stand here for a minute and see what else comes through. But I'm going to be sharing some angel messages with you. And like I said, I wanted to do a little bit of a later start today. And that may mean there's more noise, that might mean not. I don't know. We'll just see. I always set that intention that these messages reach you when they're meant to, and that we are shielded and protected in this messaging. So it's quite an honor to be able to share these messages with you. And so we'll start with an affirmation. Let's see. I guess we're gonna do something kind of, one of my ones I use a lot. We'll do, I notice loud and clear signs from my angels. I notice loud and clear signs from my angels. If you want to write that in the comments below, now or later, we're affirming the messages we're going to get from the angels. And like I said, we've already had two big ones. Like pretty much the moment I hit live, was just, it's so amazing because nature has so many amazing things to offer. So we'll walk a little over closer to the water's edge here. I did see that black crane fly off a minute ago, and that crane has lived here quite a while. I forgot that it tends to kind of hang out in that area, so I didn't mean to disturb it, but there's definitely messages there. And I'm doing this challenge to just show the way that we can get so many messages in so many ways. I'm not sure if you can see the fish in the water swimming there. Since it's a little bit later in the day, the water's a little lighter, so you might be able to see them down there swimming around. School of fish there. Thank you for putting that in the comments below. So we are on day 7 of my self-imposed challenge, where I am going live in nature every day for 10 to 15 minutes. We're doing a pocket affirmation. If it feels right, we'll do a journaling prompt. And you can always use these messages anytime. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kristen. Thank you for writing that down below. Like I said, I'm getting started later. I am probably going to be doing it much earlier starting tomorrow, just because of the way my weekly schedule is. I'm doing this until the end of the month. It just was meant to be that it would be 11 days in a row is what the angels wanted with the angel number. If you haven't checked it out yet, I have my angel number series, and it's interesting. The one I released Friday was about angel number 666, and I'm getting really interesting comments on it, and people are really affirming the debunking that I was given by the angels about the fear around 666, and really the idea that there are messages coming that you need to pay attention to. So if you haven't seen that video, I would love to hear your feedback if you want to go check that out. I do have everything on a playlist because we have, I guess, 7 videos up so far on angel numbers. And so this Friday will be 777. And then tomorrow, I go live on Mondays at 12 Central, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. And I do very in-depth, detailed angel messages. And I answer your questions at the end. Oh, 2 dragonflies just went by. I'm not sure if my camera was high enough for you to see them. If dragonflies mean anything to you. They were just kind of dancing around each other. I still see those fish swimming by. And so we'll do that tomorrow. And then I'm still going to go live every morning through the end of the month till Thursday, October 31st. But again, anytime you want to click on these videos, they are meant for you. And then Wednesday, we're going to talk about 5 ways our loved ones across the veil communicate with us, our passed away loved ones. There's many ways they do, but these are the most common ones I see when I'm working with clients, when I'm working with my own passed away loved ones. There's a beautiful dragonfly right there. Beautiful, just hovering right there. So actually, right when I said passed away loved ones is when that dragonfly came by, and that is a big message for a lot of people, is nature symbols. And a lot of times our loved ones will have very specific ones that they've arranged to be their symbol. So we'll talk about more of that on Wednesday. And of course, that's going to be at 11 Central, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. And that way I can answer your questions on that too. Oh, we have some ducks again. Remember yesterday morning we had the pair of ducks. I believe this is the same pair over here, although we do have several ducks around the area. And I don't want to get too close and make them uncomfortable, but I love that they're back, because one of the big themes we've been getting for these angel messages is pairs and one-on-one relationships and somebody that you do something with. Yesterday there were messages around healing that was needed in a relationship. The day before yesterday there were messages around needing to bring more playtime to relationships, to add more fun or take a more playful approach to something. Just checking in here. Hi, Erica. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Afternoon where you are, right? It's 60 degrees where you are, Paul. How lovely. It's quite a bit warmer here, but it's still nice. There's a little bit of a breeze. I love dragonflies too, Erica. And it's so amazing when you see them in places where you wouldn't expect. I've seen them like 5 miles from water, and near, like when I was sitting in the pickup line for my kids, it would land on my windshield, right? A very important moment. Like, how far did that dragonfly have to fly to get to me? Which I know they can fly a long distance, but. Good morning, Rachie, or Rocky. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Oh, that's lovely, Paul. That's lovely. I did something different yesterday, and a few of you liked it, so I'm going to try it again, where I actually brought some angel cards with me on my nature walk to help with any other messages, basically clarification for any of these messages that we get out here in nature. Yes, right, Erica? Same kind of thing. It's just like, how far did they have to come for that message? But very cool. Because if you're just tuning in, we had this gorgeous bird fly above that I'm going to have to go back when we're done with this live and zoom in, because it was not a hawk. The colorings look different. I do get a lot of messages from hawks. And then we had this beautiful, huge black crane fly up as well. So if you missed that, I encourage you to go back to the beginning after we're done here and check it out and see if there's any meaning for you. I know cranes tend to represent a lot of creativity as well, but every creature has their own unique message. And you know, I think I shared on one of my lives back in early October, I want to say, maybe late September, I saw a ringtail, and I didn't even know what they were. It was in my tree, one of the trees I've done these lives under. I thought it looked like a lemur. And I was like, we don't have lemurs in North America. And so I typed in, you know, on Google, like, is it possible for there to be a lemur in my backyard, or is this somebody's pet? And it said a very common mistake is people thinking they are seeing a lemur when it's really a ringtail, and they make a very specific call out to their mates, and this ringtail was doing it. I'd never heard it. It was so loud. And 2 nights in a row I saw this ringtail in the same tree at the same time. It was very, very meaningful to me. And I'd never seen one. I didn't even know they existed. And they said that most people don't, because they are that private. They are that shy. They really, really are careful not to be seen. But occasionally, you know, people have to help them out, and they're in nature rescues. So you can, I found some videos on YouTube that were really cool. Oh, good morning, Diana. Oh, I'm so grateful that you are here too. Erica says, lemurs make me smile. They will sun themselves and look like little Buddhas. Oh, really? Oh, how cute. I'll have to go look at that. Paul says he's trying to get back to the dream. You know, I know that dream was really amazing, but if you're not getting back there, I would really encourage you to take a break from trying. We literally can energetically block the dream. The better way to get back to it would just to keep journaling about it and keep asking for more signs. This dragonfly here is yellow and blue. It's so pretty. I don't think my camera can catch it, but so remember, we have to set the intention, but we also don't want to try so hard that we pull it away. So keep journaling about it, keep writing the feelings to really imprint the memory of it, and then keep asking for signs, because you might actually get some messages in wake time that you're missing because you're getting too tied into the idea of getting back to that dream. And it's interesting, we're watching these fish swim here as we're talking about dreams, this Pisces energy of dream time. And you know, the dreams, they come when they're meant to come. And you were shown that at the time, you were shown that for a reason. But we can actually miss other really important messages if we get attached to an outcome about the way the dream comes for you, or the way the information does. So that's a big thing I teach in my angel communication classes, is we want to expect an answer, but we don't want to get attached to how the answer comes, or how, you know, we get what we're asking for comes. Diana says, I have been getting ladybugs inside and outside big time in the last month. Google says luck and love and protection, true love, rebirth, adaptability, fertility, growth. Oh, I love all that. We had that for a while in my older daughter's room. They would just keep showing up. We were like, how are they even getting in? And she's an artist. She's super creative. And I just felt like that's probably one of her spirit animals. She was actually in a preschool class called the Ladybugs too when she was little. So I feel like there's a meaning there. Good morning, Casglow. Good to see you. Oh, you're so welcome, Paul. It's a practice. Remember, we're building a muscle here to connect with our spiritual team, to get really good at the things we're doing. But I do have it on my list to talk about lucid dreaming in the future. I just felt that with the veil so thin right now, us approaching Halloween and Day of the Dead and all this energy in Scorpio, even if you don't study astrology, is just a very really big opportunity to hear from your loved ones across the veil, or passed away loved ones, a lot more than normal, a lot more easily. Lots of fish right there swimming by. I hope my camera is picking that up. I can't really tell. So we'll get into some angel messages here. We did start off with a pocket affirmation here if you're late, to set the intention. I love to go back to kind of my go-to ones to really affirm that we are open to the guidance we are getting today. And so the pocket affirmation I was sharing at the beginning was, I notice loud and clear signs from my angels. I notice loud and clear signs from my angels. If you want to write that in the comments below, feel free. Rocky is saying, Diane, the ladybugs like to stay in my house over the winter. I love their energy and let them be. And they're so good for the environment. I love to have them in my garden, my vegetable gardens and stuff, because they eat a lot of the pests that try to attack my tomatoes and things like that. Erica, prayers for my hubby and mother. We believe she is in her final days. She is medicated and comfortable. For your hubby and his mother. I'm sending so many prayers for you, Erica. I will keep you in my thoughts, you, your husband, and her. And yeah, in this energy, she may be picking up on things she normally wouldn't as well if she's getting that close. That is one thing I hear in a lot of stories is when you're starting to get to that transition process, you can see things across the veil like they're actually in 3D form, right? So you might really pay attention to things she's saying and doing too, and see what you pick up on. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, they have amazing energy for sure. Casco says, I noticed loud and clear signs from my angels. Thank you. Yes, prayers, Erica. Okay, well, let's start with the angel messages here. Hi, Eb or EB. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm doing this challenge till the end of the month. Today is day 7 to go live in nature and just use my camera on my phone, no microphone, no headphones, just sitting out here in nature and seeing what comes. And we've had some really cool symbols and signs over the last few days in nature, a lot of it talking about one-on-one relationships, but think of all areas in your life, because sometimes the one-on-one relationship is your relationship with yourself, your relationship to a creative project or a goal you have. So as you listen to these messages, think in pairs, but it's you and something else, one other thing, an area of your life, a spouse, a parent, a child, a business partner, a colleague, whatever. We've just been seeing pairs everywhere. We saw a pair of squirrels, we saw a pair of jets, we've been seeing these pairs of ducks. So keep that in mind. Paul says, Devin, my grandmother anniversary on Friday, we lost her. It will be 25 years ago, a long time. Oh, my condolences too. I know the feeling, and grandmother energy is so powerful. And yeah, when those anniversary dates come up, it's really important to acknowledge the loved ones. And so you may start noticing signs right now from your grandmother, Paul. So the first message I have for today's nature walk, and of course, if you're new here, I always set an intention that these messages be meant for you anytime you come across them. So you can come back a year from now if you feel called to, and there will be messages for you. Also, like I said at the beginning, I really want you to keep in mind the, well, first of all, this gorgeous dragonfly that's sitting right here on this branch. I don't want to get too close, but it's just sitting here hanging out with us. There it goes. And we also had this beautiful bird soar over really high. I'm thinking it may have been a caracara. I'm going to have to go zoom in on it. That's a type of, it's also known as the Mexican eagle, and they're very rarely seen around here, but it's a huge honor to see them. And then this gorgeous, enormous black crane flew up at the beginning of this video. So keep that in mind too, if that means anything for you. And the first angel card I pulled for today is the Queen of Earth card. This could also be known as the Queen of Pentacles. Let's get in the sun here so you can see it a little better. At the bottom is, this is the, just in case you want to know, this is the Angel Tarot deck by Rad Valentine. I absolutely adore these cards. I use them constantly. I have 3 of them. That's how much I travel with them and keep them in places. And it says at the top, thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Okay, well, let's combine that with this message around pairs. Is there somebody in your life you could make time for? And this could even be that passed away loved one that, we're feeling in our energy. Can we connect with him intentionally? Can we do some journaling? That's a great way to connect with the passed away loved one, is just kind of write them a letter. They'll get it. It's all energy. And if you're needing to support someone else, Erica, like you are, you're supporting them, you're making time for them. That's your energy there. This is supporting you for that, a very magical energy. And just notice anything that stands out for you on this card. These kind of beautiful wings back here kind of remind me of dragonfly wings, since we're talking about dragonflies. So see if that means anything to you as well, and we'll keep adding these messages together as we go into the next card I have for you, which is, wow, you can't make this stuff up, the release card, Archangel Azrael, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, and time to move on. So I work with Archangel Azrael a lot, especially when it comes to some kind of transformation, the end of something, because Azrael brings a gentleness to it. Oh, you are too, Erica says, I was thinking the same thing, dragonfly wings. And look at this card too here, Erica, this transformation. Archangel Azrael is amazing at helping with the death process and the grief process afterwards. And again, it's just, you can't make this stuff up. We're going to be talking about passed away loved ones and how they connect with us on Wednesday while this veil is so thin. So starting right now, please pay attention to messages that are coming through with loved ones. They've probably already been coming through. So if you want to reflect back over the last week to 10 days, if you've just suddenly thought of a passed away loved one, I had a huge, overwhelming wave of connection come through with my passed away horse, Honey, yesterday. I was just sitting there and I just got flooded with tears of just missing her, but also joy in the relationship we had. And it kind of came out of the blue. And then also my other horse, Patches, that passed away. My first horse, Honey, I actually have a video on my YouTube channel when I first understood animal telepathy in a huge way. I already understood it, but this was like eye-opening, was when my horse literally yelled at me, my horse Honey. And I have a story time that on there. But she was my best friend growing up. She passed away in 2001. And it's amazing how here in 2024, her energy is right there. Well, it turned out I hadn't even realized that I'd been sitting right next to a painting of her that my grandmother made, my grandmother that activated me. And then I found out later, about an hour later, that my daughter had just gone driving with my dad. She's getting her license, so she's got her permit and they're practicing together. They had just driven past the place where my horses used to live, and they were talking about Honey and Patches. Because she walked in, she goes, "Mom, why are your eyes red?" I was like, "Oh, I was just missing Honey and Patches." She goes, "Really? We were just talking about them." So you just can't make this stuff up, and the veil is so thin. Please trust all of that. Yes, animal soulmates are so precious, Erica. They really are, and they never leave you. I know, right? The timing. Like I actually haven't put that in my journal yet because it was so emotionally overwhelming. I went through it and then I kind of was exhausted. So I need to. This is a good reminder to me to put that in. But yeah, don't just think of passed away, humans, but passed away pets and just beings that you were connected with can be really powerful too. Turquoisey blue, what does the water? I think I don't know. Yeah, I guess it does kind of look that way. All right, so here's one more message for you guys before we sign up for today's nature walk. And the third and final message, which we will be pulling together with the other cards, is this 10 of fire. Okay, so in this angel tarot deck, that would also be in regular tarot, that would be 10 of wands. And it says, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. All right, so when I see this card, it means there's something that it's okay to put it down. Set it down. It will be better for you to put it down or ask for help or delay something than to work yourself into illness. And this is huge. So think about what you have coming up for you between now and the end of the year, some goals you've set for yourself. Is there too much going on? Is there something you can get help with? Or do you need to just say, hey, I'm not going to be able to do that this week. I need more rest. I need more of a break. I mean, if you are going through something where there's grief on the horizon or it's a transitional process, that takes a much bigger toll than we realize on our bodies. And the most loving thing you can do for yourself and those around you is to take a break and put down the things that don't have to be done today. It's really, really valuable to do it that way. Let me check in with the comments here. Diane says, we are horsey people too, and my daughter is scheduled with the vet to put her horse Whisper down Halloween morning. She loved the Scorpio energy for her transition. My condolence, Diana. That is so hard. You know, I really honor the process that animals go through when they transition. They take such a different approach to it. And when we're able to hold space with them like that, it is so beautiful. So I'm sending you and your daughters so much love, and hoping the best for it to be peaceful, and I'm sure it will be. But call on Archangel Azrael to help, and Archangel Ariel can also help as well. And you know, the powerful energy of horses is amazing. When I was there for my horse Honey and my horse Patch's transition, but I'll never forget, I talk about it in my story time video about when Honey yelled at me when she did transition. I literally saw her in my third eye get up and run away, and I was standing outside the stable where all these birds were on the ground and nobody was around, and right when I saw her get up and run away, all the birds took off. I mean, I can still, I'm getting choked up talking about it because it was so real and so powerful. I absolutely loved it. I agree, Mike. So magnificent. I've actually worked with horses that will heal people they don't even know. I had a client once who just happened to book an Airbnb across from these two beautiful white horses, and she said, you know, I've always been kind of afraid of them, but they were so powerful. I went and just kind of stood outside their fence and journaled about them, and I could feel their energy helping me heal. And so they are just very giving creatures, and definitely to be respected because very powerful. Diana, oh, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Yes, a tough choice. The winter is not going to bring her health and vitality back. I understand, Diana. But she's trusting you, or he, the horse, is definitely trusts you guys. So you will be doing so much to help and support, and the ducks are quacking to agree. Yeah. So those messages all together, I really feel, are asking us to slow down, make time for those around us, be in a place of receiving so that you can see these loud and clear messages from your passed away loved ones. Or, as some of you here, my condolences, you are watching somebody go through the transition process. Be aware of those signs, because a lot of times we start getting signs before the transition, and then the affirmation and validation comes after as well. So definitely keep your journal handy. If you're seeing a lot of angel numbers, take note of that. And I absolutely encourage you to ask for the connection, like Paul was saying about, you know, making sure that we don't try too hard, but keep that intention. I want to know more about this dream. I want to know more about this symbol. So I'm going to be going home and looking up that black crane and trying to figure out what that bird was. And maybe I'll get an answer to report to you tomorrow. And let's see, Diane says, yes, their energy is so powerful, and hoping my daughter gets guided back to working with horses. Myofascial, beautiful in energy work as it helps the horses and their owners. It helps so much, Diana. I'll never forget when I started learning about that, actually with my horse Honey in 2000. I started learning about energy work when I was at a dressage barn, and they were a lot more open to that kind of stuff. And I had a friend down from Canada. I'm here in Texas, but she was down from Canada, and she was actually in school for that. So that's amazing. Well, it's time for me to sign off here, but I will be here tomorrow all the way through the end of the month, every morning for a nature walk. And I hope to see you there. And I'd love to see you tomorrow on my Monday Live and Wednesday as well. I'm sending you all love. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.